everybody. How you guys doing? I wanted to touch base real quick, kind of give a quick addendum. So last week I kind of rushed through a bunch of stuff, and I didn't come prepared like I'd like to. Just been a long week. So a couple of mistakes and a couple of things I wanted to sort of add up to this, my Metal Church addendum, let's say. So first off, my mistake was they were signed to Elektra Records, not MCA. And then also, I got 3,260 CDs, actually 3,261. Blue Murder just came in today, remastered from the UK. I got it right from Rock Candy Records itself. Great record label. Remaster their stuff, copious liner notes, rare goods. Music is my life. The rest are just the details, as I like to say. There's a shirt that my buddy Jaffo got me, and I stole that line and put it in one of my songs, but I love that line. But it is. Music is my life. So sometimes you don't hear them, and I try to listen to a good 6 hours of music a day at work as a consultant. But I hadn't listened to the Vanderhoof stuff, his solo stuff. And the last time I described it as sort of punky and heavy, or a heavier Deep Purple, and I'm a little bit off on that one. The Vanderhoof stuff is the precursor to Presto Ballet. It's got some Deep Purple in it, got some Styx in it, it's got some really progressive, little Kansas in it. It really is the precursor to what became Presto Ballet. And those two Vanderhoof CDs are fantastic, and if you could find them, I highly recommend you do. I'm a big fan of Kurt Vanderhoof. I really, really think, I kind of feel like a kindred spirit with him in the sense that he's a music lover and a musician as well. Those two albums had Kirk Arrington as a drummer. I mentioned that he had left Metal Church after the Weight of the World album, and he had some physical health issues. I believe he had like diabetes and stuff, and I remember at the show, I remember him like doing some stretching in between songs and stuff. So he may be retired. And then after that, Metal Church has gone through maybe 3 or 4. Stet Holland from Wasp is now with them. Jeff Plate was with them for a bit. So they've gone through a series of drummers, but that's the one thing about the Vanderhoof stuff is he actually has Kirk Arrington on drums, and Kirk is a stellar drummer. And the other thing I wanted to touch base on, I kind of was a little bit down on seeing them at the Montauk Music Hall in Rochester. I dumped on them a little bit for that, or I dumped on that venue, and heavy metal venues are few and far in between, so it's always good to know that there's a place out there that'll cater to that kind of music. And they're definitely not very aesthetically pleasing, so to speak. So I guess the place is not all that great, and I guess I can cut them some slack because I'm glad they're bringing in metal music. I guess the big issue that I have is, and I understand the economics of rock and roll, man. How many people you can get drinking, the more people you get in there, the more money you can make, so you can keep the place open. And most bands bring their opening acts, usually 1 or 2, on the road with them, and then the club brings in a shit ton. And for me, all us metalheads are old, man. I'm 50, okay? We're old, and those places don't have a place to sit down in, or and I can't stand like I did for hours. Like I just went and saw King Diamond, and I found just recently at the Angora in Cleveland, and I found a spot. My buddy Rocky went down to the front, and he stood for the whole show, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I found a spot and sat down, even though it was further on down. I found it enjoyable because, hey, I'm fucking old. So it's kind of, you catch-22 because you want to get in, because you want to get a spot, maybe if there is a seat or something decent, but, when you're orally fatigued by 6 bands bashing it out. By the time the headliner gets on, your ears are spinning, and orally fatigued, AUR. fatigued from that, so it's like, I feel like I've run a marathon by the time the headliner gets on. So all that stuff, kind of adds to, and the Montauk loves to bring in all these local bands, and so if there's 6 bands, you're just like, what the fuck, what I'm saying? You want to get in and get in early, but then you're just slammed. Sometimes I'd almost pay extra for a ticket just to go in and see the headliner, and not get, and sit down. But, I guess that is what us old metalheads have to tolerate, because it's not, that's the venues that are available. So I guess I was a little harsh on them, but, it always seems to be, to me, whenever I see a metal show, it seems to be quite a chore for me to see them. And the Montauk, and then that one show, the subwoofers blew out, and the sound was fucking horrible. So, the equipment is maybe not up to snuff or whatever. So that just, made the entire experience for me a non-experience, or an awful experience. So anyways, I just want to give you guys a couple of thoughts on that one, and just sort of clarify some of my stances last week, because I rushed through it. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy music, keep safe, wear the mask. We're not out of this yet. And peace, y'all.